So what's up guys, welcome to JavaScript tutorial, and in this class we will be looking at the functions. Okay, what are functions? So I will create new file, and I will again save that file as functions.html on the desktop. Okay, after saving this file, now I will create one script tag over here, and now I will show you how to write a function. Okay, so now in order to define a function, I will be making use of the keyword function over here. Okay, so now currently I'm just talking about the function. Now your next question might be, what is this function? Okay, so function is nothing but it is particular sentences or statements what we define inside of a scope, and we can reuse that code over again and again, because when it comes to the function makes our work little bit easier, because we don't have to write the same code over again and again. We could just define some particular code inside the scope of a function and we can reuse it. Okay, so now let me just show you how to make use of the function. I will make use of the word function, then I will declare the function as the, then I will give the name to my function, and this opening and the close curly bracket is nothing but it is known as the scope of my function. Okay, and function also got the parameters. Okay, so we will be passing those parameters inside of these round brackets. Okay, so now I will say something like console.log. This is function. Okay, so now what I've done is I have declared a function with the name as a sum over here, or I currently, let me just give the name as hello. I have declared a function named hello, and inside the scope, this is the scope of the function. Okay, right from the open a curly bracket to the close curly bracket, whatever that you write inside of it, it is known as the scope. And function basically consists of the statements. Okay, so currently I have written only one statement, which is giving me the result in my console. So what I'll do is I will say this is a function, and now when I am declaring the function, we have to call that function. Okay, so in order to call a function, I will say hello, and I will use open and I mean open and close round bracket, and after that I will terminate that particular statement with the help of the semicolon. Okay, so now let me just explain you how this code is working. A function will not be getting executed as long as it is not encountering the calling function over here. What is what this I mean what I have written on this line, this is known as the uh, calling function. Okay, so this is known as a calling function, and once this calling function has been encountered, now the flow will go over here and it will execute whatever that is there inside of this function. Okay, so now let me just save this, and let me just go to my desktop, and let me just execute this file. And if I'm just going to my console, I'm getting this output which says this is a function. Okay, so I got that output because I have given the I have made use of the console function over here. And now if suppose I want to pass some values to this function, then I can do that as well. Okay, so now what I'll do is I will pass one value here, which is number 2, or now if suppose I want to pass some value from this calling function to our main function, then I can do that as well. Okay, so now if suppose I am passing the value 2 over here, then that in order to pass this value to our function, I have to declare one variable also. Okay, so I will call this variable as sum. Okay, let's not call it sum, I will call this variable 1. And now if suppose I want to display that variable inside of my console, then I will say this is number 1, and I will print out that variable over here. Now if I'm just saving this, coming to my page and refreshing, then I'm getting this is the number 2. Okay, so this is that number, I'm coming over here and refreshing. I'm getting this is the number 2. So now let me just tell you how this code is working. Okay, so once when this calling function has been called, this code will be getting executed. I'm copying this and I'm pasting it over here. Okay, I'm copying this function and pasting it inside of this commented part so that I can show you how this is working. So when this calling function will be called, it this calling function will be passing this variable 2 over here. Okay, so now let me show you how that is working. It will pass that variable 2 over here, and then that variable 2 will be placed on wherever it will encounter this variable 1 value. Okay, so now from this calling function I have passed this number 2. That number 2 will be coming over here on the place of this name variable 1, and that variable 1 will be getting over here, and now because of which I am getting this output as this is number 2. Okay, so now if suppose I want to calculate the sum of number 2 and 4, then I will pass two variables over here. I will pass 2 and 4 inside of my calling function. In order to catch those variables, I will catch those values. I will declare two variables over here, which is variable 1 and variable 2. Now what I'll say is this is number first. Okay, I will say this is number first plus, I will say this is second, and after that I will declare variable 2 over here. Okay, so now what this will do is let me just copy this function and let me show you how this is working. I'm copy pasting this inside of this commented part so that you people actually able to understand how this is working. So now this value 2 and 4 will be passed over here. Okay, you can imagine this as this way. This value 2 and 4 will be passed over here, and then it will be replacing all the values where it will encounter it. Okay, so now 2 will be getting placed over here and 4 will be getting placed over here, and if I'm just executing this, I will get this output as this is the first number 2 and this is the second number 4. Okay, so this is how we will be getting the output. So the only thing that you should be keeping in mind is function has something as a calling function, and after once this calling function has been encountered, then only this main function will be getting executed. Okay, now let me just comment out this entire part, and now let me just write some more code over here. Okay, so now what I'll do is I will declare one more function. I will say function sum, and this function sum will be having some scope, and now I will make use of the calling function, and inside of this calling function I will pass three variables. I will pass two strings over here, which is I will pass my name, and I will pass the third I mean currently this calling function got three parameters, which is the variable 1, variable 2, and the variable 3, whereas where variable 1 is my name, variable 2 is my surname, and variable 3 is my age. Okay, so now I will be catching these variables over here. I will call first variable as name, second variable as surname. Okay, and third variable will be age. Okay, so now what I'll do is I will come over here and I will say console.log, and then I will be printing out my first name, which is this first name, and after that I will be adding my surname, and after that I will be adding my age. Okay, age will be going at the end. If I'm just saving this, coming to my browser and refreshing, as it is saying Akshay Maikar 23. Okay, so now let me just display this in a better way. I will say your name then I will concatenate my name over here. Okay, I will say your name is Akshay, then again I will concatenate your surname is, and then I will display my surname, and then I will say age, and then I will be printing my age over here. Okay, so now if I'm just executing this, I'm getting your name is Akshay, your surname is Akshay, your surname is Mahekar, and the age is 23. Okay, so it is getting a little bit weird over here, so I will give a little bit of space over here also if I'm just saving and refreshing. Okay, so your name is Akshay, your surname is Mahekar, and age is 23. Okay, so this is how you can pass the variables from the calling function to your function, and this is how the execution will take place. Okay, so now let me just show you how this function is working. I will paste this over here for your understanding to show how this is working. So in place of my name, my value will be coming, which is Akshay, and in place of the variable surname, value Mahekar will be coming, and in place of age, my age will be coming, which is 23, and all these variables will be getting placed in place of this name Akshay will come, and in place of this variable surname Mahekar will come, and in place of this variable age, my age will be coming, and this is how I'm getting output over here, which is your name is Akshay, your surname is Mahekar, and age is 23. Okay, so this is how functions are working, guys. Thanks for watching.